What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I've got a really special video for you. I'm going to be talking all about my 2-year fitness journey, and I'm really going to try to attempt to give you some background information so that you can know more about who I am and why I really created this channel and why and how I developed such a passion for fitness and health. So before I started this journey, I was 130 pounds. I was about the same height. So when you look at pictures of what I look like before, it's going to be a lot easier to compare to the way I look now. Just because I am about the same height, you can see how the muscle and the fat loss kind of redistributed itself and just the overall impact that it had on my body. At this time, I had a very sedentary lifestyle. I didn't have any active hobbies. I spent a lot of time indoors because the things that I really enjoyed doing were art and music. I never really enjoyed playing sports, so I didn't have experience with an athletic lifestyle up until more recently. And the only reason that I was able to make the decision to commit to a fitness routine was because I lacked a lot of personal confidence. It was very difficult for me to really function in any social interaction. And beyond that, I also didn't feel good about how my body looked. I wasn't confident with my image, and I knew that was really important, and especially to me at that time. It was an important thing that I knew a lot of people had held to high value, and it's really something that I knew that I had to fix if I really wanted to change my life. So the thing that allowed me to start doing this was the opportunity to take a weight training course at school. At this time when I started, I was really encouraged by my friends. At the time, I admit that I didn't even want to do it that much. I was just looking for something new to try, and I had never really been interested in weightlifting or strength training at all. But when I try it, I will definitely say that I was surprised because I loved it immediately. I didn't know what to expect, but that was the thing that was really sort of intimidating and challenging to me at first, was that since I didn't really know what to expect, I would say I was pleasantly surprised by the way that it turned out. And in the beginning, I got down my first real training routine, and this is how I really began to see some of my first results. My training routine at that time, although it was very limited, I was hooked immediately. And the funny thing is, I was still receiving results, and I was only working chest, triceps, and biceps throughout the entire time pretty much. The only time that I realized that I should be doing more was once I left the class and started doing my own research and having my own experiences. But I did learn a lot from that class, such as my consistency. That was something that I had never really been able to do before, and that it's something that I know that a lot of people struggle with. That was one thing that class really taught me that I really like, because it didn't allow me to even make excuses at all, because I was doing it for a grade. It wasn't necessarily to compete in a bodybuilding competition or to build up strength to go to a powerlifting meet. It was just for the grade, and I had to be there every single day or else I wouldn't pass the class. And just doing that every day and being in that environment allowed me to essentially build the habits that I would need in the future in order to maintain a workout consistency and to just continue to push myself farther and farther than I had ever really been able to before. So during that time, I was able to achieve quite a bit of results in a short period of time. And this is often referred to as the newbie gain stage, where you're able to build a lot more muscle within the first few months of training than you are throughout the rest of your training journey. And this is something that I had definitely experienced, and it helped me to really build my confidence, as well as being able to push myself a lot farther than I had ever really even thought was possible. After the first year, I already had a 1 rep max on the bench press of almost 1.5 times body weight, and that was amazing to me. And after that, I kind of got addicted to it. I loved seeing the progress, and I loved having that constant challenge and always having some numbers to go back and try to beat and to improve on every single time I would go into the gym. And after I took that class, I was really motivated to maintain that and to take my confidence and my overall skill to the next level. And I knew that I didn't have a gym membership, but I was still motivated to train. So at this point, this is when I started training at home. And between the limited equipment that I had at the time, which consisted of only 2 dumbbells and a barbell, I was able to create a full workout routine that very well simulated what I had been doing in the gym. And I was really able to maintain that consistency that I had learned while in that class, and that's something that really made a big difference for my overall results. And since I know what can really be done at home with limited equipment, that's one of the things that inspired me to create this channel, is because I know a lot of you guys are in the same position that I had been in before, and you still are motivated to work out, you're motivated to change your lifestyle, but you don't really want to invest in a gym membership, or you don't want to invest in all this expensive equipment. I want to show you on this channel that it's really possible to still build muscle and to lose fat, or to achieve whatever your fitness goal may be without having to really go to the gym or to do anything that's unreasonable. And although I had really achieved more than I had thought was possible within that short period of time, there are still some things that I had wished I knew about both training and diet, and that's what I want to share with you guys right now. So the first training tip I really wish that I would have known was that it's not good to focus on only isolation or accessory lifts, because these, as the name implies, they're only going to isolate one single muscle group. They're not going to target the full body as a whole, and they're not going to really teach you how the entire body works as a single unit. And this is really how muscle is built. If you incorporate exercises such as bench press, squats, deadlifts, and rows, all of these are going to incorporate multiple muscle groups, and they're going to drive more hypertrophy over time rather than exercises such as curls, tricep pushdowns, and lateral deltoid raises. This is a mistake that I made in the beginning. Well, like I said, I had only been training chest, biceps, and triceps, and my routines were pretty much the same almost every single time I was in the gym. The second exercise tip that I would want to share with you guys today is to just remember to gradually increase the weight that you're using over time, and not to just continue to use the same weight over and over and over again for each exercise that you're doing. Because once you start doing this, your body is going to become complacent, and the amount of muscle that you're building and the amount of fat that you're losing will begin to plateau, and you'll stop seeing results just because your body isn't really under that demand anymore. It doesn't have any obligation to continue to build muscle or to continue to lose fat. And this is something that I really made the mistake with, because at first I believed that when I was doing something and it started to get easy, I thought that's exactly how it should be. I thought that my body was used to it, and I thought that was really a good thing. But actually later I found out that was the exact opposite. Once your body gets used to something, that's when you completely change everything around, because ultimately that's what's going to end up driving growth, and that's what's going to end up driving your results and taking them to the next level. So the first diet tip I really want to share with you guys is to try your best to avoid any processed food or anything that's really high in fat or in sugar, because this is going to lead to a much higher fat gain than what would be ideally necessary when you're going through a bulking phase. And this is really going to make it harder in the long run to really reveal all that hard work that you had been doing later when you're going through a cut. And I really wish that I had known this before, because I wasn't really going through any bulking or cutting phases ever. And I was really, in the beginning, I was only going through one phase, and that was just eat everything that I see and lift whenever I'm in the gym. I didn't have any strategy to my approach, and I didn't really take the time to research and think before I would step into the gym or before I would really go grocery shopping or meal planning. And really, if I would have put more consideration into my diet, I believe that my results would have come a lot faster and a lot easier to me. And I think that would have really encouraged me more at that time, especially since I had already been seeing results from what I had been doing. I kind of really wonder what it would have been like if I would have known about this at that time. And just to take that a bit farther, the second diet tip I want to talk to you guys about is to just try to only keep healthy food around in your kitchen and around your house, because when you get hungry, people tend to just reach for the first thing that they see. And if the first thing you see is maybe something like yogurt or protein bars versus potato chips and candy, that's obviously going to have a huge impact on your results. When I was first starting out, I would just eat whatever I saw, whenever I saw it. I mean, I really had zero consideration for the type of food that I was eating, because I had the attitude of, as long as I'm eating something and as long as I'm strength training, I'm going to continue to build muscle and I'm going to continue to see results. But obviously I see now that that's not the case. So if you're someone who currently struggles with confidence and really any social situation or even your own body image, then I definitely recommend that you start a consistent workout routine, because I can really say that it's something that has completely changed my life in a very, very positive way. And that's a huge reason why I created this channel, was because I know there's a lot of you guys out there who are currently in the same position that I used to be in, where you don't necessarily want to invest that money in a gym membership or in a whole bunch of equipment, but you still want to incorporate fitness and health into your lifestyle and really improve your life and see what you're really capable of. I want to really show you that it's possible to build muscle and to lose fat at home just based on my own experiences. And I really want to show you what type of strategies and exercises have worked for me in the past. And that's exactly what I really want to make my future videos based off of. So I hope this video has really motivated you guys to try to go out there and see what you can really achieve. And just remember that all you really need is a strong motivation and some drive to really go out there and achieve whatever it is that your goal may be. Because ultimately, if you don't have motivation and you don't have a reason to be doing what you're doing, you're not going to be successful. There's no shortcuts to this. There's no easy way out. It just takes a lot of hard work, a lot of time, and maybe even a little bit of luck. You know, this is why a lot of people try to charge you guys so much for gym memberships and things like personalized training programs. It's because you're paying for the experience that these people have had, because they've been around the block a few times, obviously. They know what works, they know what doesn't work, they know different approaches and strategies to help you achieve different goals that you may have. And a lot of the times this is something that's difficult to come up with, and these routines are difficult to write if you don't have a lot of experience. So if you're someone like me who wasn't really willing to invest in a gym membership or to invest in a bunch of expensive equipment, then I really want to help you see what's possible if you are still motivated to change your lifestyle and to build a better physique at home with very limited access to equipment. So if you found this video helpful, please be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if you're really interested in this new style of video. I've never really tried it before. So also be sure to give me a follow on Instagram, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.